This is Blip. Blip is a super simple mod that adds an item fuzzy search to Minecraft. So by default, the keybind is J. The idea is that you're going to bring the other hand to the keyboard to press it because there aren't really a lot of good options that haven't been taken. But you can change that in the regular controls settings. Once you've opened the search, you can start typing for a block, like stone. So Blip will show you the top 5 options. You can't interact with these at all. That is something I'd like to add at some point. But for now, it just lets you see what the closest options are, so you can narrow it down. So you can see that I have stone at the top, and so if I hit enter, it will put stone in my hand. Now, if I already have something in my hand, and I add something else, it will put it in the next available slot, and it will automatically switch my selected item to that, so I can immediately start using it without replacing whatever I have in my hotbar already. If I go in here and I type stone again, it will switch back to the first slot because I already have stone there, so it doesn't need to give me a new one. If every slot is full and I try to get a new item, it will swap out whatever was in my hand into my inventory, and it will place the new item directly into the selected slot. Blip should only replace items entirely if there is no free space in your inventory. If you already have something in your inventory, and you call for it, then Blip will automatically pull it down from inside of your inventory. And Blip applies the default item modifiers. So if you have a netherite sword enchanted with sharpness, requesting a netherite sword will not pull that sword. It'll give you a new blank netherite sword. You can also specify the amount of items that you want to give yourself. So if I want 16 bread, I can type 16 bread, and it'll give me 16 bread. You can also put the count at the end, and it will also understand what you're trying to do. And if I give myself another 16 bread, you'll notice that it is added into the next available slot rather than selecting the bread that I already have. Now, if you don't specify a count, Blip doesn't care about the number, and it will just select the first available. Now, Blip does work in survival mode. Obviously, you won't be able to give yourself items. So if I don't have any glass in my inventory, I can't just summon glass. But I can pull down items that are in my inventory, like stone and dirt here. I cannot specify the number that I want. At some point, I would like to make this a feature, but for now, specifying a count is not supported in survival mode. And that's about it for Blip. If you have any bugs to report, features to suggest, or polls to request, please go over to the GitHub at bogthemudwing/blip. This is my first Fabric mod, so I would love if you sent those over there. There are also instructions on where to download, how to install, how to uninstall, and other useful stuff. And all the source code is there, licensed MIT. That's all. Thank you for watching. I hope you learned something, and I'll see you next time.